Hi, everyone. So I just wanted to do a quick energy check just to see what's going on this weekend and if there is any current energy that we need to know about or advice that we should know about. I just want to check in. I hope everybody is having a good weekend so far, and thank you so much for being here. So we're starting out with the King of Cups. So that's a really great energy for you to be sitting in right now. This is you just being pretty much emotionally wise and stable and maybe even happy. So that would be great. If you're sitting in that energy now, that is what I like to see. The King of Cups is someone who is very intelligent when it comes to their emotions. So even things that try to break them or break their heart or shatter them or destroy them, some of the worst emotional feelings that you can think of, the King of Cups is so good at transmuting them and seeing the wisdom in those emotions and what those emotions are meant to teach him or her. Because anyone can be a king. You know this. So that's a really great energy to start off with. Very wise energy coming from that king. So let's see what else this weekend wants to tell us. Two of Wands, the Magician, Five of Swords, Page of Swords. What's underneath? Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Hermit, the Devil, the Hanged Man. And underneath all of that is the Three of Pentacles. So it feels like there is some kind of a new beginning being presented to you this weekend, but you are struggling to maybe take that chance or take that opportunity, or maybe just perhaps you're waiting. I see this Two of Wands where this road is opening up to two different directions and there's a choice to be made. But what I'm seeing here is you just standing there and not taking the action, almost like you're not sure which road to take, that you're just kind of standing in this limbo state right now. And it could be because you're the King of Cups that you're just trying to make the wisest decision possible without rushing in, because there definitely is wisdom also in pausing and making a decision to make sure that you're making the right one for yourself. It feels a little bit like there's something that you're working on, because this is your near future energy, the Eight of Pentacles. So it does feel like there's something here that's you're beginning to work on. And that could be anything. It doesn't have to be your work, like your career work, but it could be a project that you're working on. It could be work that you're putting into a relationship. Because I am seeing the Page of Swords here and the Queen of Swords. So this is giving me somewhat of an impression that this could have to do with children, your children, a child, something like that in your energy. So it may be work that you're putting in towards a relationship with your child. That's a message that's coming through here too. But the Eight of Pentacles is about someone who's seizing the moment, someone who's really putting in the effort and striking while the iron is hot. So I do get the sense that perhaps if you were in this waiting period with this person that you're trying to make this relationship work with, your near future is you really putting in the effort towards this relationship. That's what I think this is, because there's definitely a person on your mind who's showing up as the Page of Swords. And again, because I'm seeing this Queen of Swords, when I see swords of the same suit, I often think they're related. They're family members. They are somehow related. And so I am seeing that perhaps this is a mother-child or parent-child situation. So yes, that is definitely coming through here. There is something else here about emotional healing because you're showing up as the King of Cups. So if there was any kind of turmoil in a relationship or in a relationship with a child, I do feel like there is deep emotional healing going on for you because you're showing up as the King of Cups. You're showing up very stable, which means you'll be able to be there for that person in a more productive, emotional way. However, you're seeing yourself as the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is someone who I call her my human lie detector. Nothing gets past the Queen of Swords. Absolutely nothing. And a lot of times the Queen of Swords is a solitude energy. She doesn't really necessarily need a whole lot of affection or love in her life. She knows what she wants. She knows the truth in situations. She knows who is feeding her BS. And that's how you see yourself, which is a good thing. But the reality is, the energy is telling me that you are the King of Cups. So the way you see yourself is slightly different than how you actually are, which are both really good things. So I get the sense here too that you are perhaps guarding some of your heart from the emotions that you really feel towards this person. And if it is a child, then of course you're showing up as the King of Cups, because it's difficult to find more people in this world than that we love more than our children. So that makes sense to me that you're showing up as the King of Cups if this is about a child, which it looks like it's shaping up to be. So I think that things used to be really great with this person, whoever this Page of Swords is for you, who I have made a child for some of you, but for others, it's just going to be someone else in your energy who you used to have a really good relationship with. You feel like you were manifesting things with them, but now it feels like you are on your own. You've turned into this Queen of Swords. So if this person was really, you had a great relationship with them, but then things started to fall apart, and now you just feel like you've been left by yourself. And there's a message coming through here with the Magician and the Hermit that someone was triggered to go and be on their own. So whether this Page of Swords triggered you or whether you triggered this Page of Swords, there was kind of a disconnect in the relationship. So that's why I think that maybe that's why I'm seeing this Two of Wands. That's what's trying to come through. Sorry, I was trying to get the messages right. The Two of Wands here, this is why I feel like you're just standing here, because you're waiting to see which is the right path. Should I go forward without this person or should I continue with this person? I'm just going to wait right now because there was a disconnection in our energy because someone was triggered. That is for sure. But I do see in your near future that you are going to do your due diligence. You're going to work diligently and you're going to try to see what can come out of this. I think there's going to be an opportunity here for you, which I think is what I saw when I first sat down, that there is an opportunity here for you to take a new road, but you're just not sure what that is yet. But I do think there is going to be an opportunity to connect with this person again to see if you can repair the relationship. That's what I've got there. I think this Five of Swords energy, you're releasing this. You're releasing this energy of Five of Swords. It's going into your past, in other words. So whatever kind of strife you had with this person, I think that it's time now for you to just kind of be silent and to pay attention and to understand what it was that triggered you or triggered this person, and try to get to the deeper meaning of the lesson behind it, behind the argument, behind the breakup, behind the fight. Because as the King of Cups, as we said when I first sat down, the King of Cups understands the lessons in even some of those most destructive feelings. When you're heartbroken, when you're shattered, the King of Cups understands why that was necessary in order to move the relationship forward, which I do see you doing. You're worried that this is going to be a toxic relationship, but I think you're also perhaps maybe hoping that it's a toxic relationship because it's what has kept you together in the past. So that's a tricky energy too, that you're really being called to sort of look at that and do the shadow work with that. Ask your inner King of Cups to find the greatest way out of this problem without continuing the problem. So in other words, don't repeat the patterns. The devil loves to repeat patterns. And it's easier to repeat patterns. It's much easier to repeat the patterns than it is to fix the problem. So I think that's why this devil is showing up here. But this person is very much on your mind, which is why this person showed up in your reading as this Page of Swords. And I think that your vibration is getting so high with this King of Cups that you're going to be the impetus. You're going to be the one to really reach out to this person and and this is perfect because your outcome card is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man releases their ego. The Hanged Man says, you know what? This is too important to me to let my ego get in the way. This is someone who is really beautiful to me. This is someone who lights up my world. If this is a child for you, you're probably realizing it's not worth the sacrifice of losing your own child and the relationship you have with your child because your ego or stubbornness is in the way. So I love that the Hanged Man is the outcome of this situation. And furthermore, we had the Three of Pentacles underneath everything, and this is a card of working together. So there is another very clear message that if you just reach out to this person, if you just blurt anything out to this person, it almost doesn't matter what it is. If you call your child or call whoever this person is for you and just ask them about the weather or the sports team, it almost doesn't matter. It's this energy of just blurting out anything because that's just going to make the initial connection between the two of you, and it will go from there. Because this Three of Pentacles is telling me that your person wants this too, or whoever this person is for you, they want this too. They miss you too. And that to drag this on would just be silly. Or you could not say anything at all, and then what? Now you're still stuck in this not knowing which direction to go energy. So I do think that that's a pretty clear message for you to reach out to whoever this is that you want to, but perhaps you're being too stubborn about. Someone that you may be repeating patterns with. But I would like to get a little bit more from this and see what else we can find out. Maybe there are things that you don't know about, or some challenges or some advice. So we have the Seven of Wands. So that's really telling me that this defensiveness that you both are showing towards this is really just stubborn energy. The Wands energy can be kind of a stubborn energy. It's a fire sign. There can be a lot of ego involved. But I think that you perhaps just showing up or blurting something out or calling or texting this person out of the blue is really going to show your charm, is what I'm getting. That this person can't resist you. If this is your child, if this is your lover, if this is your best friend, this person really can't resist you and your charm. So the minute you reach out, I think they're going to relax those defenses that they have. And we were getting that before. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords. Yep, and underneath all of that is the Ten of Wands. So I do get the sense here that you're being asked to focus on your blessings. You're being asked to focus on why you need this person in your life in the first place. And I think if you can release these patterns with the devil and release your ego with the Hanged Man, the wheel is really going to start to turn. And I think you're going to see a transformation in this entire relationship where things are almost changing at a cellular level. I feel like there's some deep healing that's going on here, especially because the King of Cups showed up. So that's how I know that. And it's kind of the same message we've been getting the entire time. So I do think this person is going to challenge you a little bit. They're showing up as the Knight of Wands because I think that your person, your child, your lover, your best friend, whoever this is for you, just make it make sense for you. But I feel like this person's ego is still going to be in the way. So it's really good that you're releasing your own ego because someone has to in order just to get the ball rolling. And so I am getting this message here of just speaking up and say exactly what you want to say. You can't keep it in forever anyway. And so if you speak up and talk to this person, at least you can move on one way or the other. But I am getting a good vibe from this that your person is going to react in a good way because they can't resist you. They love you. So the advice that's coming through here is the Seven of Swords. And this is about not taking shortcuts. Excuse me. It's about not taking shortcuts. The advice is to do it the right way. And the advice is knowing that this is divinely guided. It's very clear. We have the Wheel of Fortune right here in your focus area. And you have the Magician and the Hermit and the Devil and the Hanged Man. And there's so much divine guidance here that don't take the shortcut. Don't let your ego get in the way. These are just repeating messages now, which is great. I like repeating messages. It confirms what we're seeing. But that certainly is what it is. You're being divinely guided to reach out to this person, to make the effort. And what I'm seeing here is that even though it might be difficult for you, because the 10 of Wands here is at the bottom of the deck, that this, if you can take this burden on, the relationship will be the better for it. And it won't be a burden for long. And there's also another message coming through here about giving yourself the same love that you give this person. So if in the past, for example, if this was a child, an adult child of yours that you've been enabling, let's say, and they expect things from you or make it make sense for you, but it's this feeling of you're going to be better off if you also pour that same King of Cups energy into yourself that you pour into them. That you give yourself the same level of importance, if not more, than you do to this person. Because that, I think, is going to help break the cycle too. Okay, so let's get some big picture oracle cards to see if we can get any other energies to confirm or add to what we have already seen here. So there's the Bouquet. The Joker card is the card of self, and that's what we were just saying. And then the Mice card. So I do think that this is, again, these are somewhat repeating messages, which I like, because the Bouquet is about your spiritual gifts. And I think that when I see the King of Cups has a lot of spiritual gifts. The King of Cups can be very psychic. But I'm also seeing that come in with you right next to this Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel that if you can break the cycle with this person and really let your ego go and reach out to them, it is going to help spin your karma in a good direction and probably open up a lot of your spiritual gifts, which is a lot of times what leveling up looks like, is it opens up your spiritual gifts. But then I see the card of self with the mice. And this is telling me again that you're depleting the amount of energy that you're pouring back into yourself. So the King of Cups doesn't necessarily receive a lot of love the way, let's say, the Queen of Cups does. So there is a message here that it's wonderful that you're showing up as the King of Cups. It's wonderful that you see yourself as the Queen of Swords. But where is the love that's being given to you? If this person is not giving you the love that you need, then there is a real need here, according to our big picture oracle cards, that you are being depleted. So there is a need for you to really pour love into yourself and to focus on yourself. So that's just the same message again. So we'll get a couple of tea leaf cards to see if there's anything else the cards want to tell us about our weekend vibes. But yeah, it does feel like you can't really move forward on this divergent path here until you reach out to this person. I think at a minimum, you just have to reach out. So we have gavel showing up, which says involvement with the law. And then we have pale, time to get out of a situation. So I'm getting a couple of things from that. The involvement with the law, it could be that your adult child is having trouble with the law and they're expecting you to bail them out of it. Because I am sort of getting bail with this pale. So, make that make sense for you. That's not going to be for everybody, because what I'm really getting from the gavel is spiritual law and how the energies want to balance out, that you should be getting out of this too what you've been giving to them. And I think this pattern is about to break for the two of you. There is going to be some kind of a major transformation that happens here because there's so many majors here that I know the universe is involved. And when the universe puts the gavel down, it just corrects itself. Everything automatically gets corrected. And with this pail, it's the same type of energy of getting out of this pattern. It's lining up right with this devil card and the Knight of Wands. It's your ego and the devil and this person's ego that we need to break the pattern of that and start over with a different type of relationship, a different type of energy, and level this whole relationship up. So then lastly, I would like to get one chakra card. Well, third eye with arrogant tried to pop out. I'm going to put that back in, but that is certainly a message here where ego gets in the way, stubbornness gets in the way, and then nobody calls each other. And that we don't want that. We want to be able to solve these problems and break the patterns and break the karma is what the name of the game is, right? So let's see what we got. So we have heart with envious. So this has been coming up a lot lately about just healing our hearts and making sure our heart space is protected, but also open at the same time. It's the Seven of Wands energy is the protection of your heart while keeping it open. You don't have to close your heart space. You just have to protect it when it's open and keep it open. So there may be some level of envy going on in this relationship between you and your person, your child, your friend, whoever this is. There may be a level of envy going on there, but it does feel like it's all going to balance out. It could be that you're envious that you're giving so much, but you're not getting anything back in return. And that's a really good sign that your heart needs some healing too, just to do the deep emotional healing that the King of Cups is really good at, but you're showing up as the King of Cups. So that's a great thing. So I would say let's focus on your heart chakra for the weekend and maybe do a little heart healing before you reach out to this person if that's your intention. That was the advice, was to reach out to this person, but of course you have your own free will. But I do think we should do a little bit of heart healing. So if you're interested in a free heart chakra Reiki healing, there's one in the description and there's one in the comments. It's yours. You just click on it, keep it, it's yours. But if you want some quicker ideas, it's a 10-minute video. So if you have 10 minutes to lay down and listen, then that would be great. But if you don't have that, then in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, I can find a page for the heart chakra, hopefully quickly. Oh, this is a great one. So I found a page that is specifically here for the heart chakra. And the exercise for the day says, close your eyes and visualize a glowing pink light around your heart. Hold this vision for 5 minutes. That's a really great way to heal your heart chakra and to activate it, which you could do before you call this person. But I do think that if you just envision, if you close your eyes and just envision a pink light all around the center of your chest and hold that vision for about 5 minutes, that's going to make a big difference with your heart space and how you feel about releasing your ego in this situation. So that is your weekend energy checkup. That's a really interesting reading. So please let me know how that was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.